गुड आफ्टरनून फ्रेंड्स। दीपावली, भैया दूज, गोवर्धन पूजा, चित्रकूट पूजा के आप सब लोगों को हार्दिक बधाई और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आइए हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं। सत्यम वद धर्मचर सत्यमेव जयते। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द इनकम टैक्स। Hyderabad Tribunal provision of section 56 subsection 2 7A cannot be made applicable to capital contribution of a partner made in the firm. In this case, where consideration for capital contribution made by a partner in a firm is share in the profit of the firm during firm subsistences and share in assets after firm dissolution. Consideration was indeterminate, and as such, computation provision of the section 48 would fail, and hence no capital gain would arise thereon. Further, when consideration is indeterminate, computational provision of section 56 subsection 2 7A to determine inadequacy or otherwise of such consideration also fail, and provision of section 56 subsection 2 7A could not made applicable to capital contribution of a partner made in a firm. Next, Gujarat High Court, bank account to be made operational if revenue only attached fixed deposit maintained with the bank. In this case, Gujarat High Court held that where revenue had provisionally attached fixed asset receipt of the two bank account of the assessee prior to operate bank, said bank account was to be allowed. Next case, Gujarat High Court, matter remanded back as CIT appeals failed to record reason for not considering condonation grounds sufficient. In this case, where the CIT appeals order did not record material on the basis of which satisfaction was arrived at that ground urged by the assessee in support of its prayer for condonation of the delay were not sufficient ground to condone delay, matter was remanded back to the Commissioner Appeals to decide a fresh issue of a condonation of the delay. Next case, Punjab and Haryana High Court. Section 12AA registration couldn't be declined without any finding that trust wasn't working for achieving its object. Commissioner exemption was not justified in declining registration to the assessee society when there was nothing on record to show that assessee was not working for achieving its aims and object, or that accumulated funds were used for the purpose other than aim and object of the assessee. Next case, Karnataka High Court. Loss on the account of the settlement of the forward contracts allowable even if no actual payment was made. In this case, loss on account of the settlement of forward contracts for the purchase of the plant and machinery was allowable even in a case where payment was not actually made by assessee. Interest under section 234B was chargeable where assessee failed to pay advance tax in respect of deferred tax liability in view of the insertion of clause H to second provision to section 115 JB subsection 1. Next case, Madras High Court. Foreign exchange derivative loss incurred in respect of the revenue item is allowable as deduction. In this case, loss incurred on foreign exchange derivative cannot be disallowed, holding it to be a speculative loss. Next case, Madras High Court. Product development expenses deductible under section 37, irrespective of the accounting practices adopted for its amortization. Product development expenses are deductible even though said expenditure was to be amortized over a period of the 3 years as per accounting practice adopted by assessee. Mumbai Tribunal. Guarantee commission for the transfer pricing purpose is chargeable to extent of the actual exposure of facility availed. In this case, guarantee commission is to be charged to the extent of the actual exposure of facility availed instead of gross amount of facility. Where during such operation at premises of assessee 288 painting were found, but assessing officer noted that description of the painting mentioned on voucher given by SSC did not match and were not verifiable, since painting were acquired by the SSC in years much prior to the date of the search. Addition in respect of said painting could not be made in the search proceeding, and thus it could be appropriate to restore this issue to file the assessing officer. Next case, Madras High Court, section 36, subsection 1, clause 3, disallowance could be attracted in absence of any material to show diversion of loans. Guarantee commission for the transfer pricing purpose is chargeable to the extent of the actual exposure of facility availed. In this case, guarantee commission is to be charged to the extent of the actual exposure of the facility availed instead of the gross amount of the facility. Where during the search operation at premise of the SSC, painting were found, but assessing officer noted that description of painting mentioned on voucher given by SSC did not match and were not verifiable. Since painting were acquired by the SSC in years much prior to the date of the search, addition in respect of the said painting could not be made in search proceeding, and thus it could be appropriate to restore this issue to file of the assessing officer. Next case, Madras High Court, section 36, subsection 1(3), disallowance couldn't be attracted in absence of any material to show diversion of the loans. In this case, where the assessing officer holding that cash sales of the bullions were effected by the SSC by quoting a low rate as against sales effected against jewelry made for the suppression of the sales. However, tribunal, after taking note of the number of the instances where the SSC had charged lesser in its jewelry customer than by the cash sales, and also finding that there was no addition for suppression of the sales for other assessment year, deleted said as addition, impact order of the tribunal was justified. Where the SSC had substantial capital built over various years and was also having substantial interest-free advances, and there was nothing on record to show that any interest-bearing funds were diverted by the SSC for giving any interest-free loans or for making any investment, impact disallowance of the interest claim of the SSC was unjustified. Where the assessing officer made addition on account of the credit or debit note for the receivable issued by the company in favor of the SSC, since there was an arbitration proceeding pending between the SSC and said company regarding such receivable, tribunal rightly held that addition on account of the such credit or debit notes could be made only in the assessment year in which arbitration proceeding could reach finality and liability of the SSC would be crystallized. Where the tribunal clearly noted the fact that the amount received by the SSC company from an individual was towards repayment of the earlier advances given by the SSC when its business was running as a proprietorship concern, and transaction in respect of the same were also reflected in accounts of proprietorship concern. No addition could be made on account of such repayment of the loan amount received by the SSC after converting into a company as unexplained cash credit. Madras High Court, notice couldn't be issued to persons who acted as short-term director if there was active director in the companies. In this case, Madras High Court held that where the petitioner had acted as a director of the company for a short period and disclosed details of the acting director of the company being available, department would have proceeded against any one of such acting directors for reassessment proceeding and could have treated any one of them as the principal officer, and thus impact order treating petitioner as principal officer was set aside. Next case, update, finance minister raises tolerance limit under section 43C and 56 subsection 210 from 10% to 20%. This press release is issued. Under this press release, considering the decline in the prices of the residential units due to economic slowdown in the finance minister has announced to increase the tolerable limit from 10% to 20%. However, this increase in the threshold from the 10% to 20% shall be effective under Section 43 CA and Section 56 subsection 210 for a limited time period from the date of the announcement to 30th June 2021 on the primary sale of the residential units having value up to 2 crores. So this is a very important updates. Atmanirbhar Bharat package issued by Ministry of Finance on 12th November 2020. In this Atmanirbhar Bharat package 3, Finance Minister announces income tax relief for developer and home buyers under Atmanirbhar Bharat package. Finance Minister has announced Atmanirbhar Bharat package during a press release held on the 12th November 2020. Finance Minister has announced many stimulus packages, including new announcement of the new job scheme. With regard to the tax relief, Finance Minister has announced increase in the safe harbor limit under Section 43 CA and 56 210 from 10% to 20% subject to certain conditions. Earlier, this was 5% and further increased to 10% and now increased to 20% for the limited time period from the date of the announcement till 30th June 2021. Next case, Kolkata High Court. Production of the poultry feeds by the processing raw material and other input amount to the manufacturer. Next case, Karnataka High Court, no denial of the Section 80IB deduction if unaccounted money found during the search was treated as the business income. Next case, Karnataka High Court, assessee controlled by the government and not having profit as the dominant objective is eligible for Section 11 exemption. Next, Bombay High Court, appeal against ITAT order which has jurisdiction in 2 states to be filed in the state from where first order emanates. Next case, Madras High Court, prosecution initiated couldn't be quashed if there was corroboration between the documents seized from the company and purchaser. Next case, Delhi Tribunal, no withholding taxes on the sum paid to the foreign attorney providing services of patent filing outside India. Let's cover international taxation. International taxation, Delhi Tribunal held no withholding taxes on the sum paid to the foreign attorney providing services of the patent filing outside India. In this case, tribunal where the associate legal practitioner in the field of the intellectual property right avail services of the foreign legal practitioner, individual lawyer and law firm for filing patent application in the foreign countries on behalf of its client in India. Services by foreign attorney would be classified as independent personal services. Next case, Delhi Tribunal. Amended definition of the royalty in domestic law can't be applied unless DTA provision are amended. Amended definition of the royalty under the domestic law, even if amended with retrospective effect, cannot be extended to the definition of royalty under DTA since the said term has been amended in the DTA. Next case, Supreme Court. Supreme Court remanded matter regarding back to the High Court as it has not answered question of the payment of the royalty on the merits. Where the High Court had not answered question of the payment of royalty on merits, matter should be restored to High Court. Let's cover on the GST. On GST portal, aggregate turnover of the preceding financial year is now live on the GST portal in continuation of the mail received by the GST and during the month of August 20. The status of the annual aggregate turnover of the all GSTIN of the taxpayer are now live on the GST portal, and the same can be accessed on the dashboard after login in the GST system. AR Andhra Pradesh, mere mismatch in the GST return is not conclusive for the any separation of the tax. This is a very important ruling. Mere mismatch in the GST return is not conclusive for the any separation of the tax. This may be mismatched in for other regions. AR Gujarat, amount charged for the construction of the substation infrastructure for the transmission of the electricity is taxable at the rate of the 18%. Madras High Court, recovery of the interest under GST which will be paid on the net cash liability. Madras High Court held that section 50 of the CGST Act deals with the levy of the interest on the delayed remittance of the output GST liability. Section 100 of the Finance Act 2019 inserted a provision to section 50 which stated that interest is leviable on that portion of the output liability which is discharged by way of the cash. An effective date of the amendment was not specified, which was later discussed in 39th council meeting, GST council meeting on 14th March 20 meeting, where recommendation was made for the retrospective applicability of the interest on the net cash liability only with effect from the 1st July 17. Thus, amendment by insertion of the provision to section 50 was intended to be retrospective, and accordingly recovery of the interest will be on the net cash tax liability from the from 1st July 2017. GST issued circular on the 10th November, circular number 143. In this circular, government issued clarification on the filing quarterly return with monthly GST payment for a small taxpayer. Every registered person who is required to furnish a return in Form GSTR 3B and who has an aggregate turnover of up to 5 crore rupees in the preceding financial year is eligible for the quarterly return monthly payment scheme. This new scheme will be effective from the 1st January 2021. The facilities to avail the scheme on common portal would be available throughout the year. Next notification 82 dated 10th November. Threshold for mandatory e-invoices to be raised to be 100 crores with effect from the 1st January 2021. Next notification 87. Time limit for filing Form ITC 4 for the period July 20 to September 20 extended to the 30th November 2020. Circular notification 85. Government notify a special procedure for payment of the taxes for the small taxpayer. Government has provided a special procedure for a small taxpayer who have been opted to furnish quarterly return. They may pay the tax due by way of the making a deposit of an amount in the electronic cash ledger equivalent to 35% of the tax liability paid for the last quarter if return is furnished quarterly. If return is furnished monthly, then they may pay the tax liability paid in the return for the last month. Notification number 84. Now taxpayer having turnover up to 5 crore can file quarterly GSTR 1. Government has allowed the registered person having aggregate turnover more than 1.5 crore rupees and up to 5 crore in the preceding financial year to file quarterly GSTR 1. The portal has provided default option to file quarterly filing. However, if they wish to change, they can change it during the period from the 5th December 2020 to 31st January 2021. Next notification number 83. Government notified time limit for filing GSTR 1 with effect from the 1st January 2021. The government has notified the due date for the furnishing the details of the outward supply in Form GSTR 1. This is a new date shall be applicable with effect from the 1st January 2021. The monthly GSTR 1 shall be filed on or before the 11th day of the next month, and quarterly GSTR 1 shall be filed on or the before 13th day of the next month after ending such quarter. Next case, Punjab and Haryana High Court anticipatory bail of ex-GST officer rejected being involved in the evasion of the taxes. AR Tamil Nadu, Nizam Paku Petal North classifiable under the chapter 0802 80 90 taxable at rate of 12%. Tamil Nadu AR chapter 0802 8090. AR Gujarat, joy rides in the amusement park to be classifiable under the heading 99969 taxable at the at rate of the 18%. AR Chhattisgarh, no ITC of the design and engineering of the lighting for the plant road, boundary wall and watchtower. Appellant authority of the advance ruling Andhra Pradesh services of the commercial coaching along with the accommodation and the maize service is the composite supply and taxable at the rate of the 18%. Appellant advance authority ruling Rajasthan branded frozen chicken supply to the Indian Army and the parliamentary forces in the SDP bags available to the GST. Next, Ministry of Finance issued press release on the 11th November 2020. 4 persons arrested for the fraudulent ITC by Directorate General of the GST Intelligence, Mumbai. Let's cover news on the banking. Himachal Pradesh High Court read challenging auction proceeding not maintainable on the ground of the availability of the alternate remedy under section 17(1). Competition law, abuse of the dominance by the Google on the pre-installation of the GPay on the Android phones, where informant filed information alleging that Google, through its control over the Play Store and Android operating system, was favoring Google Pay over the competing apps to disadvantage of the both apps facilitating payment through the UPI as well as the user. It was held conduct of the Google in encouraging pre-installation and opting of the Google Pay as default payment option on the new smart mobile devices using Android OS at time of the initial setup was prima facie abuse of the dominance in contravention of the various provision of the section 4 and the warranted to detailed investigation. Competition law, CCI, no abuse of the dominance by OP company due to presence of the other players in the market. Where the beside OP, there were a number of the other global players operating in the market of the safe rail system, and OP did not appear to command any market power. Allegation of the abusive behavior on part of the OP under section 4 could be considered. News on the company law, NCLAT, consolidation of the share capital approved by 95% shareholding was to be allowed. Rules NCLAT, where more than 95% of the shareholding was in favor of the consolidation of the share. Application filed for the consolidation of the share capital of the company was to be allowed. Next case, Delhi High Court. Transaction of the sale of the asset of the company carried out only to the whisk away asset by company wasn't allowed to be registered. Next case, Ministry of next update, Ministry of Corporate Affairs issued General Circular 37 dated 9th November 2020, due date of the defaulting LLP to be filed belated document under the LLP settlement scheme extended. In order to provide start time to the LLP, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has extended the due date from the March 30 to November 30, 2020 on applicability of to defaulting LLP to file related documents under the Limited Liability Partnership Scheme. As a result, the provision has been amended and all other provisions shall remain unchanged. Thank you so much for watching News Days on the income tax, GST and corporate law. We are trying to consolidate all updates from the 11th November to 15th November, and these are we are celebrating festivals, a lot of festival from the Deepavali, Gordhan Puja, Chitragut Puja. So we are the consolidating all updates at one big, at one place. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching.